Hello, everybody. Welcome. That is way messed up. Give me just a second.
Remember to make Redbot disappear.
Yep, I have to make Redbot not. Yep, show not. Okay, there we go. Now I fixed it. Cool. Everything is right where it goes. Perfect. So welcome, everybody, back to Ready to Roll. This is our 8th session. Yeah, we're excited. So we're just going to, as usual, we're going to dive right into it. And we're going to, with getting a recap from Braden.
Right. So last time on Embers Beneath the Mountain, the gang continued their search in the mines for Ethereum, which is the final ingredient they need for the Witch of the Woods Maeve to create a potion or spell or something to help them get out of the valley, create a tunnel through the mist that's surrounding the valley. In their journeys, they found the 2 keys that they needed to get through some heavy doors and find the Ethereum. At the same time, finding a clay golem that then immediately attacked them, which hurt really bad. And as in a feat of epic heroicness and some openness with the group, Artyom's destroyed the clay golem by revealing he is an Asimar. And after all the shenanigans in the mines, they returned back to Maeve in the woods. Gave her all the ingredients she needed, and then because of the deal with Kadyak to give up his eye, which didn't quite give it up, just maybe put some spell on it or something. We don't know exactly. It's purple now. She answered a question for each of the party members, and that's where we left off. Anything I missed, Patrick?
No, it's all good. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, you all are. Literally, that's where we're picking up. She just answered your questions. She's gone off to continue her, her preparation for the ritual that's gonna get you guys through the fog. That's where we are. I mean, she did offer you a place to spend the night if you, so desire. But
I so desire. It's been a long day.
Yes, it has.
Shall we sleep?
Sure.
Sure.
cool.
Oh, I wish Michael was here. Dang it.
Yeah, that is one thing.
Yeah, Mike's not here.
Mike's not here today. He is at his brother's wedding. And so, yeah, he's not here today. Unfortunate. But cool. All right, so you're all just going straight to sleep?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to wait until most people seem like they're asleep, though.
Okay. All right, so who is our people? Because she does have the kind of like side like barn storage thing that some people you could sleep in. Last time you were here, some of you chose to sleep outside, not trusting her in her house. So is anyone sleeping inside this barn, or who's sleeping outside?
I trust the house. Well, I trust the house more than I want to sleep outside.
Okay.
I'll trust it this time.
Okay.
Drith is going to go outside and kind of lean up against a tree and then look up the stars because he just found out some information about his dad that he really likes. So he's just going to sit there against a tree pondering for a while before he goes off to sleep.
All right. Cool.
I'm going to go outside and I'm going to guess she has some form of fire pit outside her house, right?
Yes, we can say that.
To light a fire. And I'm going to stare into it now that everybody knows that I can see.
Okay.
I mean, I can't.
Welcome to the club. Stream blindness. It's a real affliction.
Yep. Cool. All right.
But yeah, after a while, when it seems like people are asleep and settled, because I've been just kind of sitting in a corner, just staring into space for a little while. I'm gonna go up and go outside to where Artyom is. I just kind of sit across from him, and just like watch him for a little bit. Do you have the blindfold on right now, or no?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I'm going to reach down and I'm going to pick up a pebble and I'm going to throw it at you. And I'm going to say, you know that I can see you staring at me.
Yeah. Apparently.
And I guess you want an explanation?
I mean, you already gave an explanation.
Then do you want, like, prayer or a blessing?
Oh no, I don't want any of that. No.
Do you want me to heal your wounds?
No, I'm okay. I'm just a bit weirded out why you don't say anything when we're with Corvette, who is the same as you.
That's because Corvette's not the same as me. He may be the same species, for lack of a better term, but we're not the same.
Care to explain a little more?
Corvette got taken off to the monastery, and he was pampered and trained and raised to be what he is. And I was not. I grew up on the streets, and I was taken in by a old priest and had to hide who I was my whole life. Because just because Corvette isn't going to kill me or turn me in doesn't mean other people won't. I am technically a violation of the law and a lot of what the church holds dear.
So are you used to lying then?
Yep.
Man of the church, so used to lying. Such a contradiction.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Oh, I just did. Seems pretty plain. And that doesn't eat you up, that doesn't cause you any pain, that you go around preaching the stuff of the goddess, and yet you hide away the things that the church most wants and most say they need.
I mean, do you want to be killed because of what you are?
No, but it has, I've learned to deal with that.
Well, so have I. You walk around openly with a chip on your shoulder, and I wear a blindfold. You hide behind your swords and your biting tongue, and I hide behind my blindfold. I'm just gonna kind of shrug and say, it is what it is, and I think, you might be a little bit more grateful for what I am instead of interrogating me about it.
I'm going to reply in Celestial. I don't think that we really are as different as we think.
Who are you? And what are you? And I'm going to reply in Celestial. That's what, I'm saying that. And why do you know this?
I had to learn a lot of the things about the church as well.
But why? That's not something they teach. It's something that, at least not that I've seen, it's something that Corvette and I are born with.
I mean, when you're born what I am, well, let's just say my father wanted us to know why people looked at us the way they did. and the best way to use those looks to your advantage. You
So,
know.
who is your father that he knows such a thing?
Well, apparently he's nothing anymore.
What, you mean he fell from whatever high and mighty position he held if he knows how to speak the language of Silhana?
Yes. You ask a question about your dead mother, I ask a question about my dead father. Which, why did you ask that in front of everyone else?
I mean...
Because
anger?
not only did you reveal, some deeply personal wounds, you also reveal a lot of hatred, which, once again, much a contradiction for a man of the church, huh?
You have this perception that those of the church are embodiments of perfection. While I'm flattered that you think I'm perfect, I hope that you're starting to see that there's cracks in the armor. But no, I mean, it's things that I have to work through. As for why I asked the question I asked, I mean, why not? What's the worst that's going to happen? None of you know who my mother is. None of you know who killed her. As far as I know, we're going to get out of this hole and you all are going to disappear. The only one I even kind of have to worry about is Corbin.
Because you think he will turn you in?
I don't think he will turn me in, but I know he has the power and influence to. Let's be fair, nobody's going to listen to you. You know. And then it sounds like Pyotr has fallen from his own level of influence. And Drith is Drith.
That's fair. No one will listen to the rest of us.
Besides, we
I
fought,
think I like it that
we
way.
fled. Some of us have cried. I'd like to think that at this point we're our own little group of friends, if not heroes. But I am a little bit of an idealist.
I think so. The person who gave me this, and I hold up my arm to show like all the scars and stuff, like all over. She and I fought side by side for several years, but she is the person who probably hurt me the most. So, fighting together, being together, doesn't mean as much to me as I think it is for others.
I understand that feeling of betrayal, but I don't know. I guess maybe it's just in my nature to not let people who fought for me die. I'm gonna just look straight into your eyes right through my blindfold and say, you almost died. You were right there. And you're not even phased?
It's not the first time or the closest that I have come to dying.
So getting crushed by clay golems is a frequent occurrence for you?
Not by those exactly, but you look at me, look, you think I have never been squished or stabbed or fallen in a hole? It happens.
So what's the closest you've been to death?
It would be the time that I fell in a canyon with a river in the bottom and got washed away for several miles. I don't think I was conscious for most of that. So I also almost drowned. That was great. Great day.
You... The great and mighty and graceful Anya fell into a canyon? I thought you were gonna say something like, in this big battle with orcs or with the person who betrayed you, but you fell into a canyon?
Maybe I haven't been in a lot of battles with orcs. You think of that?
No, I'm sorry. You come across as so intense. I figured that it would be something a little bit more, I mean, not discounting how scary that might be, but a little bit more action-packed.
If you care to know, maybe it was a little bit. I was being chased by the Profane Guard. You know them? They just, I assume, kill everyone in my family, kill everyone in my house. Came chasing after me, who knows why. Probably to do the same thing that they did to Liam, to keep him in a dungeon for a long time. Switch him out with some other girl. Kill both of them, you know. That's what I was running from.
Oh. Why are they after you?
I don't know.
You don't know, or you don't want to tell me?
I don't know.
Well, it sounds like there's a number of us who need to figure that out. So, if you want some help, I'll help you. And I don't even expect anything in return.
I'll have to think about that.
Well, nod and I'll look down and I'll pick up another pebble. But I'm gonna throw it at you and stand up and say, well, you know, that's for being snarky. Now, if you don't have any other questions, turning into an angel when you don't do it very often is exhausting. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit at the fire for a while still before I decide to go to sleep.
Anyone else have anything they want to do this evening, or? Cool. All right.
Not yet.
No.
So you all go to sleep, and awaken the you all go to sleep, awaken the next morning, and Maeve is outside watching you all, and she says the ritual's almost ready. You just need to go to just go to the fog. By the time you get there, it'll be done. Kadiok's gonna stay with me for a few days. We need to talk. There's apparently, according to him, this really important holiday for the path that he feels he needs to spend with me for some reason. So I guess he's going to do that, but it's fine. I'll teach him more about his eye and what exactly his eye can do, and then we'll send him to be with you. And he'll catch up, trust me.
Don't eat him.
They're in love.
Dwarves don't taste good. Elves, on the other hand.
No.
Fearless leader is gone.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
That question. They're in love. La-la-la-la-la-la.
Stream
I
this
have
week.
no clue what just happened there. Let's hope that I fixed it.
I was about to say that like your video quality got a little grainy, and then
it's fixed. We're good now. Right? Yeah, we're good. Okay, anyways, saying elves, on the other hand, taste delicious. I'm kidding. I've never eaten anyone in my life. I'm not a cannibal. Now go, be on your way. I have no need of you here. You'll just be in my way while I'm preparing the ritual. And she turns around and goes back into her house.
Okay.
Right. Kadiak, do you have any last words for your big buddy Drith? No.
What would Kadiak
Okay,
say?
it's just.
I know. He said like 4 words this entire campaign.
Say something. Always remember to crush the skulls.
All right, I'll try to.
I won't be there. I need you to do it for me.
Fight song.
Got it. Hey, Maeve. Last night I had a dream that a giant mole was throwing pebbles at a mountain goat. Does that mean anything, you think?
Wait,
Yes.
does that mean I'm a mole?
Yes. Yes. I
I,
got 2 more animals.
Why is she a mountain goat?
Maeve's
What do you
gonna-
think? What do you think makes me like a mountain goat, dude?
Maeve's gonna tell you that she's not particularly certain what that means, but she'd recommend asking the priest.
All right.
All right. So, are we going north or south to the fog? Which way?
Probably depends what we want to do after we get out.
Well, the most popular, here, let me pull up the world map so you can look at it real quick so you can decide.
Thank you.
I give up. No pretty eyes tonight. Tired of this.
No worries.
Same. I didn't wear any mascara. It was too much to fuss with.
If I remember my
Oh,
fantasy
little
knowledge
Halo
right,
now.
I think we need a green chocobo to get over to the mountains.
Oh, what?
All right.
Green chocobo.
Okay, so if you look at the map, I'll zoom in a little bit to where you guys actually are. So you're currently in this set of mountains right here. So if you come out northward, I mean, those are the 4 close. I mean, these are the closest cities to you. If you come out northward, if you come out southward, you've got a long ways to the next big population centers. This is mostly farmland and stuff down here.
So we want to go to Barrelgrad. Is that what that says? Barrelgrad?
That is correct. That is what it says.
The B is on the line, and so it looks like it might be Harrelgrad.
Looks like I should be able to turn off the. Yeah, let me turn off since we're just looking at the map. Let me turn off the grid.
And what's our next step? Does anyone have a clue who this dark priestess is?
Should we go check on the villagers?
And just tell them that there's gonna be an opening?
Well, they can't get out. It's only for us.
It's only for us, or is it gonna close behind us?
I thought it was just a hole that we could go in and out of, because she's going
Like a
to
very small space.
call us back.
In that case, they could just go single file. Maybe we open it first. Make sure there aren't any complications. And then we tell the villagers.
What if we don't tell them?
Ever. Chaotic. I like it.
Well, here's my thing. It's not necessarily chaotic. It's if a lot of people suddenly start going in and out and in and out, if any spies for the followers of Morpheus are here and they notice, what's to keep them from closing it back up or killing everyone?
Very true. Very true.
I know that
I like
certain people have issues with hiding information for the safety of others. Namely our mountain goat friend. Not that Artyom knows that, so he said our tiefling friend, but she's too busy putting in her contacts to react.
No,
to
I
them.
gotta. I'll be back in a second.
I thought it was funny. I chuckled. I even
That
went
was
like
good.
this.
Well, I guess let's head to the mist and see if it works. I guess there's no point telling anyone else unless it actually works.
Yeah, maybe this is just a spell to weaken us up so she can eat us.
Poor Cadillac, he'll be the first to go.
Goodbye,
Stand
Caddy.
behind.
He's pretty accessible. Fast food, if you will.
To be fair, with the way he's been acting, if she asked, he'd probably just lie down on the table and be like, all right, take your pick.
Yeah, sure. You want to eat my meat first?
Go for it.
It's pretty crunchy.
You want the right kidney or the left kidney?
Kidney pie.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, I
now
wouldn't
can
worry about
see
him.
and I don't have a contact lodged in my brain. What are we talking about?
You're good.
We might
I'm
have to see a
trying to
doctor
decide
for
if you're going to
contact.
go to the village first or if you're just going to go and leave.
I say leave.
Oh, so you don't disagree with me that we shouldn't tell the village?
Let's
We-
go see if this works or not.
We don't know if it will even let them out. If Maeve had wanted to let them out, she would have done it a long time ago.
How many of those villagers do you think could have handled the creatures in the mines? That's what I
Good
thought.
point.
Like, we barely handled those creatures in the mine. But yes, I think Corbett's right. Let's go open this hole or, prepare to be roasted on a spit and seasoned with garlic salt.
I wouldn't worry. She said she's not a cannibal, and I've never known a person to lie like that. Except for you, Artyom. I think you're the only person I've ever met that's lied.
Pyotr's the murderer. Let's not forget.
But none of us ever were like, "Hey, Pyotr, are you a murderer?" And he said no. That never happened. So can't say he's a liar if we never asked.
Also, Drith, do you know the meaning of cannibal?
I think so, yeah. Other animals would eat other animals, so yeah.
She's a fey creature, and none of us are fey. She's technically not a cannibal if she eats us.
Oh,
Well, I mean, she could also be
oh
a cannibal.
jeez.
All right, I think we're gonna start walking and probably go north because that's where the map says here, and
Okay.
and there's more places to choose from up there, so it's a little more centralized and
All right.
more civilized.
So you make your way north.
Way
And-
downtown.
So you make your way north. I'll pull up that map again real quick. Past the town, past the the decrepit windmill, and you come to the edge of the swamp at the north of town.
Ew.
And so you're kind of sitting there. She didn't tell you to do anything. She just said you needed to come be here. And so you kind of you're sitting and waiting for what feels like a while. You probably wait for like half an hour at the edge of the mist, and nothing has
Where's
happened yet.
Cadillac eye when we need it to talk to Maeve. Gosh dang it.
Yep,
Yeah.
she's totally just chowing down on Cadillac, just like dwarf liver. Ah.
Eventually, though, you see this purple light appear in the mist, and it begins to swirl. And then you watch as it kind of like swirls like a whirlpool pattern, and you watch as a hole opens up in the mist with purple sparkling lights flitting in and out of the walls of this now fog tunnel thing that's been created, and it looks like as you watch it, it widens to the path of the road, and it looks like it follows the road.
And so, how far down does it look like it goes, or is it just out of
I
sight?
mean, you can go as you look into it, you can see as far as you can see. You can't see, beyond that, of course, but
I will go first.
All right. Okay. Artyom, you take your first step into the tunnel, and nothing happens to you.
Let's all go close
All right,
together
let's
in
go.
case it shuts down and separates everyone.
Eladin, I don't like.
I'm gonna reach
This
out
one.
my hand to whoever's behind me. Corvette, take my hand. I won't let you fall off the Titanic.
All right. All right. A little weirded out, but take his hand.
What were you saying, Eladin Corvette?
No, I just summoned him. Like, I'm not liking this, so you're gonna be out here with us.
I'm gonna look over my shoulder and be like, "Are you grabbing the next person's hand or what? Or you think this is just you and me?" Like,
Oh, it's. I'm like, Eldon, you're gonna need to let someone be okay with this. And I'm like, hey, someone grab my spear too.
no spear grabbing.
No.
I just kind of roll my eyes. I'm like, let's just go. Let's just walk. We don't need to hold hands like we're in a school trip. I should start walking.
I've already taken Corvette's hand.
Okay.
Quick, Drith, grab onto the spear.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Drith's gonna grab Eladin.
Oh, would he disappear when that happens? Like, could he do that? I've never done. This is.
I mean, we're about to find out. So sorry, you were silent there when you tried to speak, Drith. Was that a yes or no to grabbing Eladin? I saw your mouth move, but no, nothing came out.
Yes, I grabbed it. I grab it with both hands.
Okay. Nothing happens. Eldon seems, to understand the
I
situation.
firmly grasp it.
All right.
Quick,
Anyway,
yeah.
Hi,
Put your
I
arm
think your
around his
name is
middle.
like Eladin, right?
it does not speak to you. But Eladin does speak to Corvette. Better walk through this fast.
Okay. We're leaving.
Okay. So you all make your way out of the, through the fog tunnel, and travel for most of the day. As you
In
leave.
this fog tunnel?
Yeah, in this fog tunnel, yeah.
That's long.
And yeah, congratulations, you've left Tutorial Valley. I mean,
Am I level 3? Do I get a wooden shield and a bronze sword?
no, no. So you walk out, and yeah, you find yourself, eventually you come to the point where you pass the road and there's no mist, and you look behind you and you can see mist behind you, and the tunnel kind of closes shut behind you.
Well,
Guess that answers a question.
yep.
Okay, then where do we go? Also, I don't imagine that Kadiak will ever find us again.
No, he's dead.
He's gone.
He's already been made into hors d'oeuvres. I don't think that matters.
I don't know how much of a bad thing that is, because I don't want Scary Purple Lady to be watching us for the rest of our lives. So,
Right? So, like, I'm gonna miss the grumpy old dwarf, but is this really a bad thing?
I guess what is this where we part ways? To what's our goal here? We all came unwillingly. So
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
Well, this is the heavy topic.
I
part
mean,
ways before the next city, or like where are you going to go? What's even close by? I haven't looked at the map.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know about all of you, but I've always had an eye for mystery, and I want to know what the heck was going on there and why it. Yep, something profound.
Or profane.
I almost. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm gonna,
Profane guard.
I'm gonna look at Corbett
Ah.
and say, well, since this is the hand of Morpheus, you and I are kind of obligated to deal with this.
Hmm.
So at the very least,
Gotta figure this out.
Oh, you're the only friends I've ever had, if I can call you that, so I don't want to leave just yet.
We're friends.
I'm gonna offer Drith the bro hug hand.
Drith takes the bro hug hand.
And we bro hug.
And we bro hug.
All right. Corbett is confused. I'm confused because with nobility, that's not usually how. So I like, even though I'm like, yeah, we're buds, and so it's like, what is that? Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't even connect in Artyom's mind. That like this isn't how you like show affection for each other in higher classes. It's just like, yeah, come here.
So
Usually
how
in
far,
high classes, you marry off your daughter to their son, and then you're like, yeah, we're friends.
Yeah. Let us celebrate.
What were you asking, Brayden?
how far are we from Belgrade and Slavari?
So you're about equidistant from Barrelgrad, Silvari, and Adelheim. You could probably reach all within a plot appropriate amount of time.
Which is
within a week at most. It'd probably
Okay.
take you more along. If we probably within a week at most. And so you do have a bit of traveling ahead of you.
I guess we need to figure. Well, sounds like most of us are staying together still, but figure out who and what the profane guard is doing. Where can we find them? I mean, I asked that and got literally no help.
Yeah.
So what
Follow
you
the two paths of vengeance.
would it help?
And
Would it help for me to describe what you know about each of the cities?
Yeah.
yes, I was actually gonna say, what do we know them for?
Yeah. So Barrelgrad, is the city that is the home of the School of Sorcery. So Pyotr is going to be very familiar with it because he spent a lot of time there, being a student from the School of Sorcery. But that's pretty much what it's known for, is literally training and making sure magic users are under control. Adelheim used to be the capital of that particular. It used to be the home of the local boyar, but then the local boyar was discovered to be involved with a lot of corruption, and so the the newest czar, removed the boyar title from who's now is the Count of Adelheim, and gave it to the person who was the Count of Silvari. So Adelheim's known for basically being crime central. It has a lot of black market dealings.
You need to go there.
A lot of under the table kind of stuff. And Silvari is the now the is kind of it's a booming city, because it's now the capital of that particular land. It's where the now they suddenly have the boyar in there, and so it's kind of like so they're trying to figure out how to adjust to that. But it's also, Silvari's known for being kind of like, it has the highest population of non-humans, most of its population being being non-human. Like, humans are, which are normally the majority, are the minority in Silvari. Hence why it has a very not, very elven sounding name because it used to just be an elven city. And now it's kind of home to anything that's not human.
Okay, so Barrelgrad, Edelheim, Silvari.
It's not.
What
I mean, those are
did
the
you-
closest cities.
Right. What about Ostrava?
Well, Ostrava is the capital of the
Okay,
entire
that's-
nation.
That's what I thought.
And then
So, here's my proposal, Artyom says. Barrelgrad is closest. I'm gonna look around and just be like, we don't have much of anything. Barrelgrad is a few days, 3, 4, maybe. Silvari and Edelheim probably a week if we don't, and if we kind of hustle. I say we go to Barrelgrad to start with, resupply, look around, maybe make contact with the church, and then my opinion is we go to Edelheim. If there's going to be anyone who knows anything about what's going on with Morphes, since the profane guard and the worshipping of Morphes is at best frowned upon, at worst illegal, we'll probably find him there. I know that probably at least you, Corvette, and maybe Pyotr, maybe not, are a little less than comfortable with the underside of the underbelly of the nation. I'm gonna questioningly say ass.
Possibly.
I'd rather avoid it.
I'd
But-
rather also personal reasons stay away from Barrelgrad. Just not a place I
So
want to end up myself personally.
Out of character, Barrelgrad is where the college was, correcto?
yes.
Yes.
I knew I heard that 30 seconds ago.
so we skip Barrelgrad and go to Edelheim. Anya, Drith,
Ah,
are you coming with us? Oh no, Drith's already coming with us. So Pyotr and Anya, are you coming with us?
I think it would be best to stick together. However, I think Barrelgrad would be best. It is closer, and I have connections. Although, I'm not a dictator, or a ruler, or anything here in this group, so whatever. Put it to a vote.
I don't really know much about any of this, so whatever you guys say goes. I'm just kind of along for the ride and at the churches.
Churches.
Anya, will you please come with us? I like you very much.
Very uncomfortable.
Glancing around at everyone else like,
Hey Luke, I
I
still have
mean-
that ring if you need it.
wait, what ring?
What ring are you talking about?
Never showed us. No, I don't even know.
I said Luke, I did not say Drith.
I mean, I have some things that I eventually need to do, things that I eventually need to find out, but they're not close by, and I probably cannot do them by myself. So I am willing to stay for a while.
I'm going to crack a rare smile and say we can do it together. And genuinely mean that. I know that my tone of voice wasn't very good at that, but my Artyom voice is still under development. All right, let's take a vote. DM, you're gonna have to tally the votes. Those in
Well,
favor of
in my
going-
head so far, the vote has been two. I mean, in my head, it's been 2 Adelheim and 1 Barrelgrad and 2 kind of undecided. Whatever, we'll go wherever. So I think.
Well, it's been 2 Barrelgrad first,
okay.
and then Nibelheim, and I'm just not Barrelgrad.
It's fine.
Why not Barrelgrad? Are you going to be killed? Are you
Is
going to be
Pyotr
hunted?
Emmer?
Or is it like your ex-girlfriend lives there?
Hey, that's
How
worse.
bad is it?
That could totally be murder right there.
No. Maybe no. So the first one could be I don't know. There, that's your answers.
what are we looking for in these places? What do we want?
Barrel
We want
grab.
answers. We want to know what specifically.
Supplies, answers.
I think, in my opinion, Barrelgrad will need to resupply, kind of figure out what's going on. Honestly, what day it is, because we don't have any idea how long it took us to get teleported there. Even maybe what year it is, if we're gonna go stretching that far. And then we
Well,
move
our
on.
phones should have updated with the time zone and everything, right?
Now that we have service.
And then we move on to Edelheim to search for answers.
Another thing, gosh, is because the
Drith pulls out his
school-
BlackBerry and eats it.
because the School of Sorcery, right? That's what it's called.
Yes.
The School of Sorcery. School of
School of
Sorcery is in
Sorcery.
Belgrade. We can inquire more about the type of magic we've encountered, and the Dark Priestess, whoever she is. Someone there might have knowledge of more magical things. If we can get into the school and talk to someone.
Then it's decided. To Barrelgrad.
All right.
Barrelgrad.
Barrelgrad.
Okay.
Onward.
Fine.
All right. So, you follow the road. What is your current marching order?
I'm in front. I like being in
I'm
front.
in back. I don't want to.
I'm in the middle. I think I'm always in the middle, right? Anyway, just stick me in the middle.
So Artyom is up front. Who is someone walking side by side with Artyom, or someone behind Artyom?
Hey, they don't like me enough to walk side by side with me, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Just gonna ask. I was well aware of that as you are. I just would like to
I feel
know.
like Drith just kind of like wanders near the back because he's like still trying to carve a flute on the way.
Cut myself.
Yeah, probably he doesn't really know how to use a sword well.
You're using a sword to make a flute.
He doesn't have a knife.
Wait, let's see. Do I have a knife? Equipment. I have a dagger. I'm gonna come up. I see him just struggling and just shove a dagger safely into his hand, and then just like trail back behind again.
Those are still like 12 inches long.
It's better than a sword.
Okay, cool. This is what I've currently got. Artyom, then Jelania, then based upon what the other people said, then Pyotr, then Drith, then Corvette. With Drith kind of floating between
I was thinking I
positions.
was gonna kind of be in the back.
Well, the problem is that almost all of you have said I want to be in the back.
Fine,
I mean, you can be behind
near the
Pyotr.
back
That's
there.
perfectly fine. So you can all relatively be close to the back.
If y'all want to be my supporting like characters, I'll take it. We got this giant, this like perfect sun glow up, and Artyom's gonna come down, and his gonna reflect off of his armor, and then there's just you guys as silhouettes, and I'm just like, I am the hero. Ha!
Yes, all might.
Or
Alright.
I am here.
Thank you.
So Pyotr's behind me.
Yeah, currently, yes, that's what it looks like. With
Excellent.
Jelania, Drith, and Corvette kind of like floating in the back. All right.
Pyotr.
Okay.
Like we're all separately doing that thing where like we stop and tie our shoes so we get to the back.
Just trying to like work her thumbs back.
No, Drith keeps on wandering off in the wrong direction and then has to correct himself.
All right. So you follow the road for the remainder of your day. All
I have questions for Pyotr.
right. Ask away.
This is like in Baldur's Gate 3 when like you go to the camp and then there's like the exclamation mark above your party members. Anyway, nobody. Patrick. Patrick
I
gets
got
it.
you.
Yes.
Somebody wishes to speak to you. Anyway.
Are you sure you want to go to sleep yet? There's still someone who wants to talk to you. Anyway, go ahead, Adam.
Can I talk now?
Yeah, sorry.
So, Pyotr,
Yes.
who are you? I've got a pretty decent handle on everyone else. Anya is terrifying. Orbit is one of the elite of the church. Drith is Drith. But who are you?
I am erroneous.
Is that a name? I thought
Oh
your name
no,
was
well,
Pyotr.
no, I'm Pyotr. But
Uh-huh.
did you want more information?
Well, I mean, you and Corvid are the only noble here, and I understand him. But how did you get mixed up such that you got yanked into here?
Oh, I don't think. Well, like you mean like the whole teleportation thing? I have no idea what the heck is going on. Still, I mean, kind of, but we all got mistaken for someone, I guess, and now we're here. But other than that, I don't understand what's going on. It's gonna be a great ride.
I guess let me put it this way: you're a noble. I don't trust you. What
Oh.
kind of noble?
Yeah, me? A noble? No.
Look at
No.
you. The way you talk, the instruments you know, the way you dress, the way you carry yourself indicates that you ran in high circles. You're not me. You didn't grow up on the street and offend everybody you meet.
No. But let's just say I've learned to push a plow or two in my time.
Right through other people? Right over the little man?
No. Okay. Maybe a little bit of an explanation of where I came from and how I came across certain experiences would do well to clarify. Maybe clear the air. Maybe that's the word. I don't know. I don't know phrases. So that is really foreboding music.
The music got really scary.
I was like,
Just in time.
we're not talking about that yet, Patrick. Just kidding. I grew up on a farm, and like you, I suppose, eventually certain things about my, shall we say, magical propensities were discovered, and I was sent away to learn how to how do you say desempeñar in English? Develop my abilities, as it were. And while I was there, I learned a few other things about the world and how our kingdom works. Had the opportunity to work with some pretty important people, but myself, I'm not really of high blood per se, or yeah, you get it. Words.
No, I don't. And you just there. You spoke just like a noble. You were telling me everything that I wanted to hear, but nothing that I wanted to know. I
What?
heard that you grew up, you were born, you grew up, you met people, you did things. But I don't know anything of any of that. So I could say the same thing about all the rest of us. Right now, the only thing I know is that a giant tree told me that you kill people.
So you were curious about that.
I'm curious about everyone, but yes, if you want to confess your sins to me, I'll be happy to help you with that.
Perhaps you could help me understand a little bit about what I did.
Here we go, making up DM doctrine on the spot. Ready? I mean, your motivations for killing are your own.
It's not exactly. Let's just say that 5 seconds before the act. And I'll stop being cryptic. Here's what happened. I was speaking with a colleague, and we got into a alcohol infused or abetted disagreement. They shoved me. I was like, "Oh no, you didn't!" And then they were less alive than they had been seconds previous. I was terrified. I was confused. I couldn't believe that I had committed such an act, and I didn't know what to do. So I went home. Then I went to sleep, and I woke up here, or back there.
So, you were drunk, and you killed him. Unfortunately for you, my friend, that just happens entirely more often than you'd like to think about. The amount of drunken, rage-induced murders that have happened in the streets of Ostrava are astronomical. I don't understand how you want me to help you understand this. You killed a man because you got blackout drunk, and he pushed you. Unless you think there was more to it. Had you ever had such an incident before? Have you had issues with the drink?
No.
You tried to crawl out of the bottle before?
I've never harmed a single person. Well, except that time.
So you went from having a friendly dispute, which should have probably just devolved into a couple of punches, and you stabbed him to death?
No. No, there was no stabbing. Only just hands on chesticles or something. I don't.
You pushed him over down the stairs? Like, I need to know how you killed him.
Oh yes, I pushed him. So we were
Not him.
on a. Did somebody say something?
Yeah, it's not a him.
How'd you kill her?
I know. I know that.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know that. How'd you kill him?
Patrick, are you trying to send me messages in Discord? Because I'm not. Anyway.
No. I
Sorry,
haven't.
back in character. Somebody is, and I can't read them for some reason. Anyway.
No, it's the music. It's the music bot.
Oh, that's probably what that. I like keep. Anyway, sorry. Back in character. Sorry, Artyom. What was your question?
Pyotr,
Oh, yes. What happened? Yes.
did you hurt someone with your magic?
No. It wasn't that. By then, I knew how to control those manifestations. But we were on a balcony, and just in the moment, I couldn't. He had placed his hands on me, and I couldn't abide. And without recognizing the amount of force that I had put into it, I pushed him over the railing of the balcony. And he didn't get up.
I would like to cast Detect Evil and Good and see if maybe there's some form of evil presence following Pyotr, just in case.
Okay, go for it.
Whoosh.
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 Cool. Let me just look up this.
For the
spell.
duration, you know if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as creatures located. Similarly, you know if there's a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
Well, I mean, no, there's not. I mean, you and Corvette kind of like mildly glows celestial-like, and Jelania mildly glows fiend-like, but that's it.
I knew it!
I mean,
Okay, real quick, what about Eladin?
Eladin, that's a great, excellent question. I had not thought about.
Sorry to derail you, and I'll
You're
get back
good.
to you in a second.
Eladin kind of glows fey.
Okay, and what about my my mouse that I talked with my friend through?
Slightly celestial.
All right. Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna I'll just keep. I've cast a spell. I'm not worried about us potentially being stalked by a fiend or anything anymore. And well, Pyotr, I almost said Ian. I don't know how to help you understand except it happened. If you feel you need to turn yourself in, turn yourself in. Murder then is pretty serious under Silhana's reign, but as for an accident, that's between you and her. I mean, if you were following the cult of Morpheus, you'd just be like, yes, kill him again. Nah. But the other thing that you want to remember is if this person was important to you, you'll do everything you can to do what's right from now on, and maybe avoid the alcohol. Because this doesn't sound to me like murder. But then again, Corvette is more the one along the lines of the judgment of Silhana, and just us regular priests are more along the lines of the mercy of Silhana. This
Well,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Well, Artyom, you've certainly given me, well, I guess a measure of comfort and things to consider. And now that we're out of that fog, I guess I should probably figure out what my next steps in life are.
I'm going to the DM. So, Patrick, I'm going to say just a quick prayer to Silhana in my head, asking if there's anything that I should say to Pyotr, like how can he atone, repent, that kind of thing.
Are you expecting a response?
I mean, I would like one if there's one to be had. Otherwise,
There's
I'm
not a
just gonna make
response.
it up. I'm gonna.
It's something
Okay.
that you can ponder on.
I'm gonna look at my mouse and just kind of glare at him, and then I'm gonna tuck him back and just little. And I'll just stop and I'll say, well, Pyotr. Well, not stop, but we're still walking. To make amends for this, do your best to prove that you're as noble as your station indicates. Live up to that name, nobility. And then I'm going to fall silent.
I'm going to turn to Corvette and ask, would it be rude to ask Pyotr about how he ended up becoming a murderer?
It's a sensitive topic, I'm sure. But we're a group of people traveling together. If we want to trust each other, Go for it.
All right.
But that's not for
Hey,
everyone. It's
Pyotr.
just for Pyotr. Wait, no.
Hey,
Go
Pyotr.
up and talk.
Hey, come here.
Hey, do you want to tell us all about how you became a murderer? We got some time to kill.
Ah,
I mean, it's like, look
you know
over.
what? I'm in a storytelling mood. Gather around, everyone. I'm sure you're curious about that tree thing that happened.
That's what we listen to for the
The
next
the
hour.
the trincident. That's short.
The transcendent.
Gosh.
And
And then we
I'm
listen
not
to it
gonna
like
do
an
that again,
audiobook.
so blah.
It's like an audiobook for the next 45 minutes we just listen to on the way.
Yes.
That was a great story. I can't wait to hear how it ends.
Him too.
Stay tuned, kids.
They die. That's the end.
That's the end
Oh.
of their story. But Pyotr's not dead yet, so
What about you, Drith? Where do you think the land we're looking for is?
What are we looking for again? I still don't know.
We're looking for the lands where ancient spirits roam and ice and frost seek to bury all beneath their fury.
Oh,
for
that
you,
land.
that.
Okay. Okay, that's what you're talking about. Oh yeah, I don't know. I just figured we eventually travel north and we probably run into him. I haven't met him for a long time, and I can wait a little longer. I'm sure I'll run into him someday.
Is he a druid like you? Is that how he brings life to a frozen wasteland?
I don't know. I don't know much about him. Yeah, my mom didn't. She didn't talk about him much. Other than he's a human, I don't really know anything about him. I assume I sort of look like him. Other than that, who knows? But I like that he is bringing life wherever he is. I like that a lot. I think that he and I will get along very well. Better than
I
my
don't know. She
stepdad.
was very cryptic. It could have several really awful translations, you know?
Oh yeah, I guess he could be like a necromancer and be reviving dead things.
Oh, I was just
That'd be
thinking
really
maybe
terrible.
she's just like sleeping around and he has a ton of babies. That's a lot of life too.
Oh, I respect that. That's fine. Survival of the fittest.
Drith,
guess that wouldn't be so bad to show up and be like, well, I have 37 siblings.
Hey, more opportunities to make friends, right?
Drith, I think you should know this. Sometimes meeting your heroes is worse than imagining them. And sometimes
What do you
father-
mean?
Well, Drith, would you consider yourself a perfect person?
No, I don't think so.
Would you consider anyone a perfect person? I don't count.
Hopefully, my dad.
And that's where I'm going with this. Your father is just a person. And you may not like what you find. Just something to think about. Sometimes fathers are fathers by blood, but they're not fathers by action. Dad, if you're listening, I love you and I think you're great.
Well, I guess he can't be perfect because he made me, and my stepdad always said that I was a mistake.
Ah, your stepdad was mistaken.
I hope so. I'm still waiting to find out.
Drith, I know so. How many people are going to turn into a drunken goat and charge at the spirit of an ancient, probably what I'm assuming was some dwarf colossus to protect their friends?
I don't know, but at least I will do that.
And that, my friend, I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder, is what makes you great.
You know what? You're right. I am that drunken goat. I'll keep
Yes.
that. I'll take that to heart.
You are the drunken goat.
That's
But
right.
in a-
I
in a good
am.
way.
And that's gonna backfire.
A good way.
By the way, let's avoid the whole getting drunk thing as much as possible. It's like a metaphor.
Okay.
All right.
I will try to remember that. Especially, I found out it can make me a murderer, so I should probably try to avoid that.
Writes that down in his book.
Getting drunk can
Alcohol
make you a murderer.
Wow.
Alcohol might make me eat baby.
Okay, cool. All right. Anything else that you guys want to talk about whilst you travel?
For now.
Okay.
Onward, ever onward.
All right.
I feel like Pyotr, let's say, feels kind of like exposed.
Well, put some clothes on.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, wow. It's better
Oh, yeah,
when you
what's
have
the
pants
weather
on.
like?
The
the
weather
weather like?
is. I wrote this down somewhere. The weather is. It's mid-fall.
Partly cloudy, high of 72.
So it's mid-fall, so it's getting colder. There's not too much snow yet, but snow is probably coming in the next few weeks.
How raggedy do we all look?
How raggedy do you all look? How careful? How much attention to your appearance were you taking care of whilst you were in your 4
Well, how
5
many
day?
times were we stabbed and stuff? So you know.
Well, quite a lot.
So
we already
okay.
know that Anya stinks. We've established that.
Apparently. Which, like, I'm for sure raggedy. Like, my armor and stuff is never nice. And I still have my hooded cloak up, like, all the time. It's never been, like, off. So I'm like the most bedraggled ring wraith you ever seen.
The whattled?
Draggle?
Bedraggled?
What a word.
That's a new word. Wow.
Drith writes that down.
Bedraggled.
Just comes to him.
Next time we play Scrabble, I'm gonna win this.
It's got like 2 G's in it, man.
All right.
I think we're all pretty scruffy.
Yeah, I need some new clothes. That's for sure.
Definitely need some
And a bath.
some sexy new garbs. Drith is gonna go up to Pyotr and he's gonna say, "Hey, I know that things can happen. There's a lot of moonshine where I'm from, and old Cobb Crickman used to do some things that he was not proud of. So you've been a really good person to me, and I like you very much. And so, whatever happens, I'll stick with you."
Thank you, Drith. That means a lot to me. I like you too.
Thank you.
The drunken.
Hey, listen to this new song on the flute.
Oh no.
All right.
Drith, you're gonna summon hill giants with that. Stop it.
Okay. So you make
You
your way.
need the recorder.
So you keep making your way along the road, and night is rapidly approaching. You're gonna have to, you probably have to spend a few days camping along the side of the road. So yeah, your night is approach. Are you gonna? Yeah. So you're gonna go find someone who wants to try to find somewhere to sleep.
Yes.
I mean, all of us,
Absolutely.
probably.
Yeah.
Come help us look. What are we looking for? Place to sleep. A little grove. There are woods nearby. Are we out in the open plains?
Yeah, so I mean, there's some woods. There's some woods. Yeah, it's woody.
Okay,
Nice
can
clearing.
all right. I'm gonna do. Can I do like a nature check or something to like just make a big old? What's it that deer sleep in? Like the grove, a
They just kind of
bramble.
lay on the ground.
No, I thought there was something for like with the trees that they're surrounding. Anyway, I'm gonna try to arrange like a small like enclosure for all of us with my woodland skills.
Yeah, do that with a nature check, definitely.
All right. That is a dirty 20.
Very nice.
Ah,
Alright.
first roll game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
Wow, we're so far.
Hour 15 minutes in and first roll of the game. All right, so you are making your so you watch as Drith gets to work, making putting up maneuvering branches, logs to try to make like a secluded area for you guys to sleep in.
Just put more on the top. It's looking a little bare.
Oh yeah. Oh, Drith misunderstood, and he turns into a bear.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna go back to building a fire.
Okay.
Are there like pine trees? Like, is there like pine needles on the ground, or like, what kind of trees are there? Or like,
I think we've
wanna,
already
like,
talked
create
about
some,
the
like,
trees.
yeah,
I remember hearing about the most common
Oh,
tree in Russia.
larch
a couple
tree.
weeks ago.
yeah.
Larch trees. They have some. Wait, those are not pictures of larch trees. Thanks, Google. They have some pine needles. Yeah, they have some pine.
Awesome. I
Some
want to
pine
make
needles. Yeah.
with my survival skill check. I want to make a bed of pine needles and a cushion, soft, hopefully, nice to sleep on,
You don't want to use the bedroll that you have.
and put my bedroll on top. I want a cushy, nice
Hey,
everything.
I
Alright.
approve Corvet's way of thinking. It's like real survival stuff. Pro tip, kids: if you ever get lost in the woods, lay a bunch of pine boughs underneath you. Get you up off the ground. You're not gonna freeze to death. You will eventually.
All right, give me a see if you want. Yeah, you can make your survival check if you want. That's fine with me.
Oh, 14.
Okay.
It's not the worst bed ever.
You make a sufficient pile of pine needles for you to sleep on.
Yes.
I don't think I have a bedroll, and I will not make myself a pine needle cushion bed. Whenever I sleep, I will sleep firmly straight on the ground.
You are gonna be so cold. It's not even funny.
It's gonna kill you back in the morning. But I would
I
get
do this every single night.
That might be why
No
you're
wonder
so
you're a
cold
little
and
grumpy.
hard.
You learn
That's why
some things
she's up.
about me.
That's why she's so uptight. She's literally just got tight muscles.
I know.
That's okay.
Imagine how different I could be if I went to a spa, had a massage, slept in a nice bed. Ooh, I would be just a queen.
Well, I'm gonna take off my big wool coat, my big wool cloak. Take off my
makes sense.
big wool cloak and offer it to you, because I do have a bedroll.
I mean, it really is okay.
Does it stink too?
I mean, it probably smells like oil and stuff because of my chainmail underneath, but
It hasn't been washed in who knows
Hey.
how long.
it smells about the same as you. So I mean, it's just perfect. Keep you a little warm.
You know exactly what to say, don't you?
Uh,
But I will take it.
Flattered.
Well, hey, if anyone wants
Shouldn't
to
we
cuddle up
all-
with like a wolf or like a giant goat for a few hours just for warmth, just let me know.
Nope,
I'm
that
available.
That probably smells worse than Anya. I'm gonna take a pass.
Okay, suit yourself.
Wait, important question. How long does Samaya have to sleep?
8 hours.
Yeah.
I miss being an elf who can
We're
sleep.
not elves. We can't sleep meditate for 4 hours.
All right.
If you need someone to snuggle
I-
with, Drith, you can snuggle with me. I promise I will not bite you.
I still got that ring.
That's the nicest thing she said all campaign.
I know. Drith is touched, and he's gonna go up and be like, Anya, what's your favorite animal?
I'm getting a little creeped out.
Yeah.
I have no answer to that question. I have not thought about that
Okay.
since I was about 4 years old. So
Okay.
Yesterday.
Okay. So Drith is going to think really hard about what like the best animal to cuddle with is, and he turns into a baboon.
Oh, great. The most human sort of thing that you could possibly be.
You could be a bonobo.
Or a human.
Okay, so is anyone going to be keeping watch whilst you're sleeping in the evening?
I will. The second I
stay
see a
up.
baboon appear with that red booty, I'll be like, I will take the first watch. You know what? I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll take the second. So.
Yeah, you're low enough level, you're gonna turn back into an elf before she's done.
Just gonna wait it out.
Okay. So
Drith is channeling Rafiki.
How many watches are there?
I generally say 4 watches, but there can be as many watches as you guys decide.
Yeah, Drith
We do
takes a
have
watch
one
after
elf.
that.
I will take whichever one has not been taken. I think that's all 4.
Wait, so who's doing second watch?
Me.
Corvette.
And third watch is
Either me or Drith.
well, someone
Probably
pick.
me. Probably me because Drith wants
Yeah.
to snuggle with Anya apparently.
And then fourth watch would be Drith. Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So you all go to sleep for the night after eating a hearty meal of whatever the heck you guys had on hand, because you haven't bought supplies.
Rations.
Just had a weird thought. What if Drith turned into a cow?
Oh, we could slaughter him, but we wouldn't.
All right. So
Moving on.
you all sleep through the night. There are nothing, according to the dice, nothing crazy happens during the evening, during the night. However,
In the dark of the night, evil didn't find us.
Patrick, remember during my first campaign, the rant I went off on
Yes, I do.
about the
mine-
dice gods?
yes, I remember that. I remember.
The way you said that just like sent me right back to that.
You all go to sleep. You all wake up the next morning. So you've recovered any hit points, any lost spell slots that you had already regained because of your last long rest, which is how we started the session. And
Yeah, we haven't really used anything.
no, that's fine. Well, except Artyom and his
away.
detect magic, his detect good and evil. So, but yeah, there you go. Okay, so you wake up and head out towards, head back towards the road and start walking. It doesn't take long before you notice some travelers are coming your direction. There's 3 of them. One is, so the first one you can see, the first one you can see is heavily armored. And except, he's not wearing a helmet. He has curly blonde hair. The other one is, he's not as heavily armored as the first one, but he's wearing, heavier armor and has a sword and shield. And he looks old. He looks to be the oldest of the group, and has a very, a stern expression on his face. The last one, is a woman. A hat. You can tell. As you get closer, you can tell that she has slightly pointed ears. And Corvette, I need you to give me a perception check.
What?
Perception?
Yep.
He's gonna get kidnapped.
Dang it. I got 5.
Okay, well, it's not hard for you to recognize your 3 best friends coming up the road towards you guys. As you are coming up, as they're coming up the road, Iona, the blonde, curlied hair, stops and goes, "Corvette! Corvette! We found you!" And he just starts sprinting at you in full armor and just runs up and starts running towards you guys. And we're gonna take our break there and pick up right when we come back. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, man. All right. This is great. See ya.
All right, and we are back. So, Iona, the heavily armored, blonde, curly-haired man, is charging towards Corvette, and he kind of like pushes, anyone who's in his way. So like Artyom was at the front of the group, just like shoves Artyom off to the side, and like comes and just wraps Corvette in this giant bear hug and lifts him up, and Corvette feels his back pop as he goes, "Corvette, we thought we'd lost you. We didn't know where you'd gone. We went to bed and we woke up the next morning and you weren't in your Who are these people?"
I have my swords out, by the way. Like some armor dude runs at me,
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking my swords out.
The other two are like, in combat positions. You see the sword, and the guy with the sword and shield, he has his shield raised and hand on his sword, ready to go. And the other girl is like raising her hands, and you can see like sparks on her fingertips. But Iona's just kind of like, "Are these your kidnappers? Did they take you?"
No.
And he drops you and reaches for the greatsword on his back. It's like, "I will kill every one of you if you lay a finger on him, my lord."
Friend.
Stop. They did not kidnap me.
Oh.
No, down.
Excellent. I really don't like fighting.
I know. Well, wow, I just... so good to see you. And I, after stretching, I'll pop my back, give Iona a big hug back. Just, this is awesome.
You see tears start streaming down his cheeks. We were so worried, my lord. We thought
It's okay.
God.
It's all right.
I have a question. Are these like ASMR buddies or
No,
what?
the two other people look like humans. The two males look like humans, and the female is a half elf. So
Okay.
ASMR, not to be confused with ASMR. Is that nice?
That was atrocious.
never do that again.
Well, everyone, this is cool. So, I guess introductions. Sorry, my head's just all spinning. Okay, so no, these are not my kidnappers. These are all my compatriots, companions who were kidnapped with me, in a sense. Everyone, I introduce all of them. This is Anya, Drith, Pyotr, Artyom. There's another one, but he's not here. Kadyak. And then these three, I introduce them. The man in the big heavy armor with the great sword, blonde curly hair, is obvious. His name is Iona. He's my best friend since forever. The older gentleman is Tian. He's been my bodyguard for even longer, almost. And finally, this is Rayla, another friend that I made when I lived at the monastery. So this is everyone.
So at this point, Tian and Rayla have approached you, have joined. Tian is relaxed a bit, and he bows as he approaches. "My lord," he says.
No need for... It's good to see you. Man, we have so much to talk about. How long have I been gone for?
About 5 days.
Oh. Feels much longer.
It feels like an eternity. Iona begins. I mean, I was worried. What would your father say? We lost the heir to the boy, the son of the boy.
Oh, I'm gonna sit up from where I've been run over by the human freight train. What happened? Who? What? Son of the boy are. Also,
You didn't know?
What?
Iona says and points at Corvette. You're standing next to one of the most important men in all the Empire. This.
I know, he's my friend.
Aww.
Oh well, he's my friend too. But he is the son of...
It's Iota. It's
No! Everyone must know of
No,
how
they don't
important
really-
you are to me, to the world. This is the son of Conrad Pasek, Boyar of the Southern Isles, and I almost lost him. I thought you were dead, and he grips you again in another hug.
not though.
Tien
we're
comes
all
up and
good.
puts a hand on Iona's shoulder. Iona, relax. He's fine, obviously. We clearly have these 4 capable people to thank for that. We should more be focusing currently on the fact that we found him and where he's been these past 5 days.
I don't look very capable.
So it's been 5 days. That's good to know.
Yes. Awesome. And well, to answer that question, we've been in the valley over yonder a day or so from here. And I'm gonna just give the short, brief explanation of what happened. There you go. This is what's happened. We've been trapped and found a way out. And now we're just trying to figure out where to next. We're getting supplies in Berlograd.
Okay, but you didn't give them my secret, did you?
No, I did not. I did not give secrets. So we think Artyom. They think Artyom, you're still a blind man, and they don't know Pyotr is a murderer.
Yep.
They just know
This
general.
is my Pyotr. He's a murderer.
This is my Pyotr.
He
Guys,
killed
I got
someone.
a bard. I got a bard. And he's a murderer, but hey, he's a good murderer. I mean, he's a good guy. Bard.
He's a good guy.
That's good at the murder.
He's not an us murderer. He murdered someone else.
So
Yeah, no.
when you mention Berylgrad, you'd see that the 3 people give each other sideways glances and then look at you. And Tien says, "Respectfully, my lord, do you think that's a wise decision?"
For me personally, no. For what we're trying to do, we do need provisions, and it's among the closest of the cities. And we need some answers too. And that's one place we might be able to get some.
What's wrong with Berylgrad?
Nothing. Just nothing. If you don't concern yourselves with my lord's business.
He's my friend, and if we're marching to danger, we need to know about it.
It's not dangerous for you guys.
Okay?
But
Again,
if
you're
we're
my
in
friend.
your proximity,
Yes, unless you're
Corbin,
going
I'll
to
fight to the
leave
death
and
for
go with
you.
your 3 friends, we need to know. Whoever you're with needs to understand what they're getting into.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Drith wrote down that she said that.
I write it down.
it's an axiom for
Drith
life.
takes this duty very importantly.
Give me some time. Give me.
If my lord has decided
Hey,
not
Corbett.
to tell you, he surely has his reasons, and it's actually for your safety as much as his that you don't know.
So,
Hey Corbett, you have all that. You have the fancy title. I don't really know what it means, but does that mean that you're a better person than I am?
No,
ooh.
that is not what it means at all.
Okay, so Drith writes that down. Titles do not mean a person is above one another.
That depends on who you ask.
Nonetheless, that is not true.
So it's not safe for you to wander around. I'm gonna get a really slow smile on my face, and I'm gonna hand you my stinky, nasty wool cloak. It smells like Anya. You might want to wear this. I know how
You need
much
to
you
go to
hate wearing
Berylgrad.
dirty clothes.
And I do need to blend in and not be noticed.
Here, why don't we switch? I'll wear the finery, and you wear this.
But
Wait a second. I think I have an idea.
idea.
Keep talking. I just have an idea.
Well, how many days are we from Belgrade? A few days, right?
About 2 days, yes.
Okay. Well, we do need provisions and to find some answers.
We will follow you wherever you decide is best to go, my lord. It's just as your bodyguard and friend, it is my duty to warn you if I feel you are in danger. But if Belgrade is where you decide that you must go, then Belgrade is where we will go.
Thank you.
What if we set up Pyotr as a rich merchant of some form, and if we disguise you and the rest of us are some form of bodyguard
Camel.
slash
For a man
yeah,
of
we
the
can turn
cloth,
Drith into a camel.
for a man
Yeah,
of the cloth,
yeah.
you don't seem to know
I wanna be a
much
camel.
about Belgrade, do you?
I grew up on the streets of Ostrava, so no.
Belgrade is the home of the School of Sorcery. It is the home, also, of the Knights of Bronislav.
Is that like a sausage?
No, they're knights that specialize in protecting magic users. It's the best way to put it. And I can
Controlling magic
tell
users.
by your friend Pyotr is I'm assuming that he has attended the School of Sorcery.
Is it in my eyes or something? I mean, yes.
He told me the things you did while you were in the Valley of Pelegro. But if you
Not murderer. Not you're not a murderer. Just we helped each other out.
Wait.
Just be your magic man.
just you heal, you know.
Ruh-roh.
if your friend
Say some choice words to bad people.
Oh,
If your friend Pyotr attended the School of Sorcery, they have a record of him. They know who he is. And they will know immediately when he steps inside Belgrade.
Which is
How?
why. Wait, so does
Is
that mean
that-
they'll do the same thing as with Corvette?
No.
No.
Corvette has never attended the School of Sorcery. The rest of you who have never attended the School of Sorcery won't. But for Pyotr and Rayla, they will know exactly who you are the moment you step inside.
So, question. So, this is the Tian who's talking to us? Okay, I'm trying to discern your voices. Which you're doing a good job because I can tell the difference. Well, but doesn't that set it up perfectly? Pyotr is recognized and is kind of a man of higher stature. If the rest of us are just part of his entourage,
That's fine if you think that that's all right with me. If,
I think maybe not. If we're wanting to ask the questions that we want to ask, maybe we don't want people to know exactly who is asking the questions.
they're already
Also,
know.
out of character, Pyotr wouldn't really have an entourage, would he?
I mean, they
You
know
do
who you
now.
are, but they don't know what's happened. They might not necessarily know what's happened to you since you've left the academy. So
Battle.
So you might have one now. Who knows? If we're trying to hide Corvette, the best thing we can do is wrap him up in our stinkiest, dirtiest clothes and say that he's your leprous younger. I guess not leprous, but like his your younger brother that you've taken some form of pity on, and are now dragging him across the world.
Or
All right,
After-
squad up,
after-
never roll along.
After your parents kicked him out for his rampant alcoholism.
or we, not even have to tell anyone that
No,
I'm
it's
there.
It's important that you have a good cover story. Trust me on this.
Okay.
I've done my fair share of hiding from people.
All right.
seems very strange for a man of the cloth to spend time hiding.
I just said I grew up on the streets of Ostrava. Did you think I didn't mean that literally?
Tien, we are all a group of very strange people amongst us here. You'll
You've
come to
clearly
learn.
never been to Soviet Russia.
What?
So
They are Soviet Russia. they're part of the nobility. They are Soviet Russia.
No.
So Iona leans into Corvette and not very quietly says, I'm not so sure that I'm particularly fond of this group of people. They seem quite
As he says that,
sketchy.
Drith is like licking a cut on his arm, just like rapidly trying to seal it up.
Yes, I know, but they are trustworthy. They are capable, and they've had my back, so that should be enough for now.
Of course. Of course.
So, move on to Barrelgrad. Give me a day to think about what to do.
Certainly. Then, of course, then we should be on our way. The three people are gonna take up position around Corvette. Tian on the right, Iona on the left, and Rayla right behind him. And kind of like block Corvette off. They lost him once, and they are intent to not lose him again.
Gentlemen, form the turtle.
I can have a little breathing room if that's okay, but please.
So, what was the name of your father? Because I heard that, but I didn't. It went in an ear and out the other.
Conrad Peshek.
Can you show us on the map whither thou art the lord of?
All right, so we're walking as I'm the Southern Isles. Ravganmar is my home, and on one of the other isles down there is Arthmel, the monastery.
The meal of
city-
Artrap.
The one.
That's one of my character names.
Ah. Well, I did not know that. Very nice. He exists. That's where I was raised in the monastery.
I mean, I knew the monastery was down there. I didn't realize that your father lorded over the whole area.
Yeah. I don't know. He's not always someone I'm proud of. So.
This isn't the same, like, oh no, okay, I was gonna be like, this isn't the same villainous the Tsar had to overthrow, right?
No.
But no, that's because that's up by us, not the Southern Isles.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
like-
No.
You like boats because you lived on an island?
Yes. Yes, my people do. I just have never traveled on them much.
Wait,
Well,
and like,
you're lucky. I traveled on a boat to get here, and I threw up all the time. It was bad.
I never crossed the Great Seas. I mean, I would travel on the boat frequently, but the ship rides down there aren't very long to the shoreline. Except unless you go to the western ports for trade. That is a long journey, taken once or twice.
So, are you gonna leave us now that you have your old friends back?
That's a good
Oh.
question. But probably not. I think we're all in
Okay,
trying
good.
to figure this out. We kind of just decided that, right?
yeah,
We'll see what we can figure out.
don't worry, Drith. He's not gonna abandon you.
Okay, good.
Drith has got serious abandonment issues. My
You know, I didn't even realize that until just now.
So my eyes are gonna get well. Nobody can see it, but like the eyebrows go up right here, right? Obviously, I'm like, wait. So these are your bodyguards and escorts. Does that mean they carry your money?
Turn to. Why do you want more? We do need some. I
We
need
do
a lot.
need more money, especially if you're gonna go buy expensive clothes. And besides, someone needs a bath.
We all need a bath. We'll see what
I
we
like
can
don't.
do.
I actually don't even acknowledge that statement at all. I'm just like very much like staring straight ahead. Like
I'm confused. Don't we all smell, and wouldn't we all smell relatively equally?
Yeah, but someone
No,
made a
No
comment
less, because I
about-
would have been bathing more regularly than everyone else.
I feel like Drith smells like a lot of different animals.
Smells like a barn.
Drith smells like a
A petting
barn.
zoo.
A barn that also has like jaguars and dolphins in it.
So, do they have Corvit's money?
They have sufficient, yes. We could probably use some.
They have sufficient for your
I
needs.
think. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what happened the last 5 days outside of the valley, so we'll see. I look at Tien.
We've had to use a few funds to resupply and, rooms for the night, but other than that, we still have the majority of your money, about 95 gold pieces.
Ah, sweet. Thank you. We'll use this well. We will need it.
Especially in Patrick's economy.
Ooh, shots fired.
Doesn't like my
Your economy is bonkers.
I want you to run an economy. Anyway, you continue walking. Is there any other discussion happening whilst you walk?
So are we just going to walk into the city? Like,
Well, you do
Just-
have like 2
Yeah.
days. 2 days to get there, so you
Yeah, at
But is that
nighttime,
the plan?
discuss the plan.
I'm gonna
yeah.
pull Pyotr aside, but that's after we make camp.
Wait, Anya, you said you had a plan, or did Lydia say that?
Well,
I
listen.
thought I had a plan, but I don't.
Okay.
I have the opposite of a plan. I have a problem.
I have a black
Yeah.
hole instead of a solution.
Wait, you have a problem? You might want to message me what that problem is.
No, it's fine. I will resolve this problem. It's not a big problem.
Okay.
Uh-oh. More
Okay.
problems.
It's just incontinence. She's fine.
That's why Shalanya smells so bad.
Ew. I'm out.
That is not canon. No way. I refuse to allow that to be
I-
canon.
Also agreed. Anyway. All right, so
I'll bet we-
plan. Yeah, let's just discuss a plan for how you're gonna disguise Corvette.
And why?
Well, let's just say, Eladin cannot be seen. I mean, I will not be able to take Eladin out at all.
I mean, can't you make him disappear or turn him into a toothpick or something
Well,
little?
we're just gonna. That's the thing. Yes, not a toothpick. That would be interesting. Well, we'll just say I'll be less useful in a fight.
Do you expect much
Are
fighting?
we planning to be in a fight?
No, I'm just. Eladin's not. I should not have Eladin.
You stole him.
No, didn't steal. I found him, and that's true. I found him.
You
But
found-
somebody think you stole him.
Some people just think it's best that I not have him.
Let's be fair. It's not stealing if you need it more than they do.
Drith writes that down.
No, Drith, that's not how stealing works.
No, don't listen to him. He doesn't know. He's had everything handed to him.
Drith looks very confused.
I've
I
been
lean
told
over-
two
Drake, you can
completely
go ahead and write that
contradictory
down.
things.
Go ahead and write that
Okay.
down. Yeah.
Thank you, Anya.
Look at audio, like, come on.
I have a question for just Corvette.
Sure, you do.
I'm afraid I can't let you speak to my lord without us present.
I
Ah.
figure you probably have the answer to this question anyway.
Who, me or Tien?
Tian. I'm guessing that they were around when you acquired. them.
They know. Yes.
Why does it radiate with Fey energy?
It does. I did not know that. Hey! I'm like, that'll be a,
I learned a thing.
task. I learned it. Thank you, Artyom.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Thank you.
Well, just for the explanation for your antsy bodyguards over here, I am a man of the cloth and therefore can cast magic spells. And have had occasion to determine whether or not we've been surrounded enemies.
Yes, he has.
Nothing.
He's a good friend.
Either.
Yeah, just I turned to my three friends, Tian, Rayla, and Iona. Guys, these people are good. They have to know this before we go there.
But my lord, you've only known them for a matter of days.
Ed.
You can't necessarily guarantee that they'll be willing to keep your secret. One of them is a priest, and the other, another
What is that
one,
supposed to mean?
another is of the school of sorcery. I didn't even want to bring Rayla into this, but you insisted. So I personally don't think that it's a good idea, my lord.
And you're a gruff and grouchy old man who's probably losing his mind. What's it to say that your Alzheimer's isn't going to slip out and you're going to say, he's got the magic stick?
My hand over Artyom's mouth. Oh my God.
And Tian is squaring up with Artyom. Speak again, blind man, and we'll see
And
how well
Tian?
you'll see how well you deal with me. My only concern, Lord Corvette, is for your safety. The less people who know your secret, the better.
We all of us here have different secrets, and it's a no. The more we found out, the more we've trusted, and so I think with them, we'll be okay. And if not, I know secrets are theirs that it's a give and take.
That was very noble of you.
If you think it's best to tell them, then tell them. Like, I've given you my advice. And Iona kind of just looks at Tian but doesn't say anything. And Rayla is very pointedly not looking at you and being very angry. And she's not looking at you.
I had noticed you hadn't said anything.
Well, I'll tell you guys later.
Okay.
But
Later.
I am not allowed to have Eladin, as I have said. And I could very much be in trouble if anyone catches me with him. So, that's what I'll explain for now. I look at Tina like, is that alright?
It is more than I would have said, but it's acceptable.
And then
I trust in your wisdom, my lord.
Okay, thank you. And then I quickly reach out to Pyotr, be like, follow me over here for just a second. I got a quick question to ask.
Of course, allow my
my space.
actor to chew the food in his mouth.
So, just over to the side, I'm like, so Pyotr, about what you told us regarding your situation, where did this happen? It's not in Belgrade, right?
Good question. No. No. Perhaps it will be retconned later. Off the top of my head, I don't think so, said Ian.
Well, let's hope no one has heard of that, because everyone will know you were there once you step foot in.
To my knowledge, nobody who saw the incident knew who I was.
Good to know. And then thank you. And then I walk back to the group.
Alright.
So
do you have a plan as to how we're hiding Corvette? Just cover him in dirty clothes? It's the best we got so far?
It's the best we got so
all
far.
right, let me see. Hold on. Can I?
Wait! Hold up.
Wait a minute.
You shouldn't have said that and then put food in your mouth.
I think I have a disguise kit.
You can't. Well, you can't go in wearing your son of the boyar clothes, and you can't go in wearing any identifying you as ASIM Special Forces.
Okay, I don't have a disguise kit.
Perfect.
It's like, yeah.
Stinky Wolfmo kit is.
Question. I have the cantrip minor illusion. Is with that one, can I make my eye colors change with minor illusion, or is that a different spell?
Yeah, you can make your eye
What?
colors change with minor illusion. I think.
But you want to
You can make yourself look like a donkey with minor illusion. Maybe that's what we should
Let
do.
me double check minor illusion.
You want to use
Yeah.
minor illusion in a city of sorcerers.
No, so
I
minor
know, like
illusion.
constantly be using a spell.
Good point.
Minor
Artyom.
illusion. Sorry, minor illusion lets you create a sound or an image of an object. It would probably be something like prestidigitation that would let you change your eye color.
I believe thaumaturgy
Or
specifically
thaumaturgy
allows for
specifically.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thaumaturgy.
And then
Is
there's
that.
like there's some other ones like what disguise self
Yeah.
can do that.
Mhm.
But, okay,
Yeah,
we should-
Minor illusion cannot.
We should just. I will cast minor illusion. He can, and then we'll put an image of a donkey on either side of him.
Okay, but here's the thing: we're still going
No,
into
I
a
think it's
city
one-
of mages or sorcerers.
Valid.
Yeah,
How long does
the
this
disguise
last?
needs to be non-magic, or someone is going to notice.
I know. Dang it, I can't use my invisibility spell. Because we're going to a city of mages.
I mean, we can leave you outside. I think.
Oh, I'm gonna come in though.
I think getting you out of those vestments and into something a little bit more plain, and just using Pyotr's minor nobility station and his and Rayla's experience.
What changes of clothes do we have?
Wait,
Tian,
real quick.
anything?
What? Why are we going into Belgrade again? Are we just going there for like to take a bath and to get some new clothes?
Into the current is to
Try and get some answers. Try and find out stuff.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We think the city of mages will have some answers about why and we appeared.
Especially about the Dark Priestess
Yep.
and the
That's-
magic.
Okay. Sounds good. It's. I guess we just need to change Orbit out of his clothes.
I mean, yeah, that's
Do
just,
you
I
need
mean,
help, Orbit?
they'll have, yeah, your bodyguards have extra changes of clothes that would probably fit you. That's some of that are less fancy. They just know your propensity for fancy clothes. So,
There is also the issue of a trio of very fancy-looking bodyguards surrounding someone who doesn't look very special.
Yeah, so you guys have to switch clothes.
that could be arranged.
Alright.
Or
Well-
yeah, and also you can't act like bodyguards. Like, oh, this strange normal man, we're going to protect him with our lives. That's not hiding.
Yeah, you'll have to pretend that Pyotr is your dude.
That could be more difficult, but we will do our best.
Look, Corbett is surrounded by a whole bunch of other guys and
How
one
many of
woman.
you have sworn an oath to protect him? How many of you told his father that you would never let harm come upon him?
I have sworn an oath to Silhana, which trumps your sworn oath to the Boyar.
I can if you want me to.
Yes, actually, that would make me feel much better.
No, Drith, don't
Okay.
do that. They have pretty heavy consequences in this land. Don't do it till you understand them.
Okay.
Just no need.
Okay, Pyotr, how about this? I can be your dog when I can be your dog, and then when I'm not, I can play the flute and be your bard. Won't that be fun?
Again,
Bard's bar.
magic.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the play.
I mean,
By the way,
There's
Patrick,
nothing
there's
wrong.
Somebody
yeah, I saw it.
Somebody-
Just ignore it.
trying to fix it.
There is nothing wrong with the just dress Corvette down and dress the bodyguards down plan. I'm just, that's
That's what we'll do.
That's a perfectly good plan. All right. Okay. So, evening does come. Is there anything else that you want to talk about before the day wraps up again?
I need to find somebody with like an itty bitty little tiny tool, like a very like small thing. So I'm gonna try and find someone who has it.
Drith could probably find a stick.
Oh, hey, whoa! I completely forgot. Good thing I alt-tabbed out. This isn't nearly as hard as everyone thinks it is because of my urchin background. I've got disguise kitten thieves tools. What a wonderful thing to look at your player sheet, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was doing because I thought I had a disguise kit, but that's Jax in another campaign.
Neat. Well, so what do you need the
So,
small tool for, Jelania?
Well, that I will specifically, once I find out that Artyom has I'm gonna try and get him to give them to me. Let me borrow them.
All right, but information is very important to be just like you. I need to know why to you.
So, okay. So I take down my hood and I've got this thing and it's hooked onto one of my horns with this crest on it here. And I point and there's a little teeny hole underneath. Like I need you to stick this in there. There's a little hook on the inside that will open it. So I can take it off. I haven't been able to take this off in several years. If we are in a city full of people, I don't think they will take too kindly to me wandering around with a creepy hood. They will also not take too kind to this, or at least I don't want anyone to know.
But what is this?
I'm assuming you're doing this just you and Artyom, kind of like off in a
Yes,
secluded...
just the two of us,
Cool.
for sure.
Just need to double check.
Yeah, no one else. No, for sure. It's the symbol of the house where I come from.
When you
My
say,
family.
are you a noble house, or is this you are some, like, I'm like working on it as you're talking. It's like, are you some kind of like slave? Is this like a brand?
I'm just kind of like stalling until I hear it like click and come off.
I'm very good at like picking locks, but this is just so much different. I don't know. I'm gonna pull it out. I don't know, Anya. I just don't know if we can really get these off with these tools. We might have to pull out my belt knife. We might have to cut the horn off.
I mean, honestly, that might be preferable.
Okay, but seriously,
If
I'm
you
gonna
can't
put it
do it,
away.
I'll have to do it myself.
You know that you can count on us. What does it mean? And why? It looks nice. Tell you what, if you really don't want to tell me, I'll take it off.
I told you, my family all got killed by the Profane Guard. My family is... It is a noble family.
Say that very quietly.
And it's recognizable, and I went home
Click.
after... Okay. The people in the town think everybody's still okay and fine, and they talk about us all and stuff, so I don't want nobody to know.
It's okay. I'll hold the thing out to you.
And I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
I'm glad that you're trusting me more. But like I said, if you really don't want to tell me something, just say. But why am I surrounded by so many nobles? And I'm just gonna like huff and storm off and be
That was easier than I expected it to be. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the 3 bodyguards have decided to take the watch tonight, so you guys can all rest normally.
Okay. I take the hood off. I'm gonna go give my cloak to Corvette. Like, if you need to hide with this, you've got this now.
Cute. I might use it.
I'm gonna be like sitting in front of you and like using the disguise kit. Hold still. Quit moving. You're gonna look real ugly after this, but that's kind of the point.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be like pulling out various different like
Okay.
pieces of cloth and things. I'm like trying to disguise you and looking around at the various clothes that have been donated and.
Me an intelligence check with your disguise kit proficiency.
You better do a good job.
I really want you to be really ugly. I don't want to fail it. That one.
It's just guy liner. That's all.
you happen to like you're doing your best, but you actually only happen to like heighten all of Corvett's best features.
You are such a beautiful man all of a sudden.
You clearly
Hey,
have
Anya, look at this.
you clearly have skill with the disguise kit. It's just you're not good at actually disguising.
You know, I'm sure my friends are wondering, a blind man is, disguising me.
You know that I can feel your face, right?
Yeah,
I can feel all the contours.
How did you match the colors so well? That's crazy.
Anyway.
Everything is all labeled with little bumps on it, so I know exactly what it is.
Your skin isn't.
Shut up! Okay? Besides, you're supposed to be standing there hiding them from my view.
Oh, sorry.
That's great. Well, thanks for making me look as good as I always do.
Gorgeous.
Thank you, Anya.
Runway ready.
No, we should go out on the town.
You just look so good that nobody's be like, that loser Boyar kid is Boyar's kid. No way, he looks way too good for this.
Oh.
All
right. Well, I'm off to bed, and Corvette, I will get up when Rayla's watch is.
Okay.
To talk to her.
She has the second watch. So
anyway, that's when that comes.
Okay. Anyone else have anything you want to do before they go to sleep? Want to do while other people are sleeping? Do to people while they are sleeping?
Gross. Are there any exclamation marks
There are no
over anybody's
exclamation
heads?
marks.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sit by Drith and just kind of sit there and be like, Drith, I'm glad that you are you.
Thank you. I am glad that you are you. Is that a common compliment from the people?
I'm gonna pat him on the head and walk away.
Hey, Anya, I'm glad you are you.
Ha ha. Good.
Drith crosses out that note.
All right. So you all go to sleep. Time passes and Corvette awakens as and goes out of his tent to see Rayla standing at the edge of the camp, kind of watching. She turns as you approach her and then looks back up front.
Up to her. Summon Eladin. Jam him kind of in wherever he can. Oh yeah, I gotta boom. No, jam him in the ground wherever he'll stay up there, and just kind of sit down next to it. You want to join me?
She looks over and lets out a huff. So, who's the girl?
Ooh.
And why is she so nice to you?
because I'm a nice guy. Her name's Anya, and like the rest of us, she was also just, no, teleported, taken.
Well, clearly she likes you.
Yeah, right. That is so just full. No.
I mean, what else am I supposed to think? You disappear for 5 days, and then you show back up, and you have this girl with you, and she gives you her cloak. And what am I supposed to think, Corvette? She starts crying. She's like, tears start welling up in her eyes, and she gets ready to cry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry? You just left. You were
Not of my
gone.
own volition. I told you everything that happened to us. We're trying to find out whoever this dark priestess is, whatever the heck happened to us. Something's going on in Mortimer. In this nation.
You know.
And
we know
Need answers.
you told us about the Profane Guard. We're here to help you. I was so scared when I woke up and saw you were gone. And she's like, tears are coming out, rolling down her cheeks at this point. She's like, I was worried about you.
thank you. And I stand up, give her a big hug, put her head into my shoulder. Just hold on to her as she cries. Truly, I'm sorry that you worried so much.
Just promise
Never
you'll
want you
never
to do that.
disappear again.
I don't know if I can make that promise. I don't know what's going on. We were supposed to be taken somewhere, and not to where we ended up. Who knows if that Dark Priestess tries again. But we'll find out. We're gonna work on this. We'll figure it out.
She just sits there and sobs in your shoulder for a little bit and pulls you in very tightly for a very nice hug. And she's like, I thought I lost you, and I can't lose you.
Lose me.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry if I seemed jealous. I wasn't trying to be.
No, it's all right. Who knows? She might just like me because I'm an asmer. You know, I get that all the time. So,
She
not quite new.
She laughs and like punches you lightly in the chest. Says, "Well, just be careful, all right?"
Oh, you too.
She pulls away and then wipes her eyes. Well, I'm glad you're back.
Me too.
I think
Good
you're
to see
being
you.
stupid going to Barrelgrad, but I'm glad you're back.
Yes, I agree, but we're, like I said, we're doing it. We need an answer, so.
I mean, there has to be some place you can get an answer besides Barrelgrad. Surely somewhere else knows about the Profane Guard. I mean, they
They have libraries there. They have lots of good stuff.
weren't.
I'm sure.
I mean, yes, but I mean, last time we checked, weren't we supposed to be heading northeast? You know,
Yes.
the direction of of Cordovan, That's where we were told to go look for more information.
Forgotten that.
So why bother with Barrelgrad in the first place?
I do think trying to find any information on this Dark Priestess, because that's an unknown.
All right.
And I think Dark Priestess, magic-y sounds, you know. You might have connections in Barrelgrad.
Oh, of
Pyotr
course.
might.
I can get us into the library. You can't get
Exactly.
You can't get in the library without a member.
So, we'll go there and then we'll leave as quickly as possible because I want to.
All right. We'll just need to be. Just promise me you'll be careful.
I will. Promise. Thank you.
You should go get some sleep. I'm sure it's been
All right.
a very long day for you. And
It
us.
has. Yes, it has. It's been one heck of a day. So, and then I head back to sleep. I walk away, and then, as I walk away, Eldon disappears.
All right. You awaken the next morning. Have breakfast. Get into normal clothes. The bodyguards dress down. They look less bodyguard-like and more like hired thuggish almost. And you make your way towards the. You make your way towards the. Excuse me. Make your way towards Barrelgrad. It's about midday when you can see in the distance. You see the giant looming walls of Barrelgrad, and in rising up from the center of the city, you can see sitting kind of like, Athens, Parthenon-like. You can see, what would, a giant stone university, basically, is what it would look like. And, rather than the, as then of course it's getting closer to evening as you approach, and rather than the orangish glow of torchlight that you would expect, you instead see bluish glow of magical light illuminating the city from a distance. You arrive at the gates probably just a little bit before they close, and as you approach, you see you see guards positioned. You see these armored men. They have these helmets on, and they're wearing these dark, deep blue tabards that have like a silver star in the center. They're holding halberds in one hand, shields in the other. Long blue plumes coming off their helmets, and standing next to them are these giant golems. These giant stone golems as you approach, and as there's a line of people ahead of you, and they as they walk in, the guards stop them. They stand in front of the golems like look up and down, and you see a blue light shoot out, like scan, and then they moving through. Eventually your group's turn comes, and they say, and the Knights of Bronislav hold up a hand, like, 2 at a time. First 2 come through. Who are going to be the first 2?
Pyotr, you gotta go ahead.
Bodyguard.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Sorry.
Pyotr and a bodyguard.
All right.
Tian?
Okay, so Pyotr and Tian walk up. Scan. The golem then booms out in a deep voice. Recognition. Pyotr. Former student at the Academy of Sorcery. Assigned. Diplomat.
Very well. Very good.
The knight looks at
memory.
you. Welcome back. What is your business here to return to the school, return to Barrelgrad?
Just passing through to visit.
All right. Very well. The rest of these group people are with you?
Yes. Yes.
And nothing that shouldn't be here. Correct?
Absolutely not.
Excellent. All right. Next two. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay, Jelania. Who's going with Anya?
I
do it.
guess Drith will do it.
So they, again, does the scan, and the scanner lights up red as it passes over Drith. And the knights hold out their hands. You there? You're a foreigner, are you not?
Hi.
You don't seem like you're from
Oh, yes, I am.
Mordva. What is your
Oh, I'm from across the ocean.
what is your business here, and what type of magic are you in possession of?
Oh, geez. Oh, that's a hard one to answer. Okay, so I don't know if you can smell me.
I
but I
interject.
smell really bad.
He is a research specimen.
Roll me a deception check.
Wait.
Research specimen.
No, I'll probably retcon that specific word. Subject.
He's a specimen.
I'm just gonna give you a little nudge here.
Put him in a
You're-
little petri dish and stick him under a microscope.
How do you feel about that, Drith? You're a specimen.
He loves everything, I say.
Drith is like, I guess I'm a specimen now.
All right, what'd you get, Pyotr?
I'm adding everything up. 17 plus. $23.
All right, that's understandable, and he is a foreigner. We don't, that's fine. But we do need to know what type of magic he uses.
That is actually that he uses. He is a
I can turn into a
shape
deer.
shifting. Nope. Yep, that thing. Yep, that's what he does.
So he uses primal druidic magic.
Yes.
That's it.
Excellent. And you may pass. It's all good. Come on through.
Thank you, guards.
Thank
All right, who's next?
I'm gonna put my hand on Corvette, and I'm gonna lean over and say, "You're my guide, and you're my ward." And then we'll go
We
for
step
it.
up.
As you,
Keep my head down.
so as you step up, there is no scanning. The knight holds up his hand. Brother. Yeah, we member of the priesthood. This is sorry about your eyes. This is your guide, I'm presuming, based upon how you're holding him.
This is my guide, and this is my ward.
Down
Thank
a
you for
lower.
giving us the courtesy that is due to ones of our who have given our lives. I'm gonna pull out the my holy symbol and bless you, my sons. Bless you.
They bow. Please, pass on through.
How old is Artyom? Like, really?
It's hard
He's
to
like
tell
a
with that.
20-year-old just bless you, my son.
Like, he's a really athletic 70-year-old man. That's what I'm learning.
No, there are young priests who are called father in like real life. They get
But
out
they
of
don't go, "Oh, bless you, my son." They don't do that.
an act. It's all an act.
All
And there
right.
was no bless you, my son. It was bless you, my son.
Sure.
All right. So with that just leaves
The last two.
the last two. That would be Rayla and TM.
Tien.
No, Iona. Sorry, Rayla and Iona. And so Rayla, so they get scanned. Rayla gets recognized, and profession battle mage is what comes up for her. You step through, and you have all entered the city, and it's getting, the knights look at you. It's getting dark. We're preparing to close the gates for the evening. I would recommend you seek out the nearest. You seek out somewhere to spend the night. The nearest tavern is the Dangerous Brain, according to the random tavern name generator that I pulled up. The Dangerous Brain is
I was like, where did that come from?
is the nearest. The Dangerous Brain is the nearest tavern. It's not as nice as the Courageous Butterfly, but so either of those places you could stay.
That's yet another thing that reminds me of Baldur's Gate 3.
I feel like the Courageous Butterfly is a superhero and the Dangerous Brain is the supervillain. They just battle each other.
And the Dangerous Brain works really well for the sorcery. Can I make a perception check to see if we're being followed by any scuzzballs?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm also on like high alert of like if people are looking at us weird.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Give me perception checks.
Oops. I got a 15.
I got an 11.
I got low.
Didn't even know you were rolling.
I'm keeping my eyes down, so I can't even look around much.
No, you look just too fabulous.
All right. So you, so you don't notice anyone following you. Which
Good.
tavern would you prefer to go to?
The Dangerous Brain.
Dangerous Brain.
Okay. All right.
Actually,
That's
I'm gonna show them like this hole in the wall place that I used to go to when I was studying here.
that
Okay.
isn't the Dangerous
What's
Brain.
it called?
Actually, no. Let's go to the Dangerous Brain. I'm intrigued.
Okay. All right. So you go, you go around. Rayla has heard of the Dangerous Brain before, so she leads you towards it. You arrive, and you're greeted. You look that the sign over the tavern is it's a brain with 4 claw-like limbs coming out of it, and that's the sign over the tavern. And you go on inside, and you see it's kind of like probably like half full, and someone shouts, "We'll be with you in a minute." Over in one corner, you see a tank, and floating in a tank, you see the creature that's on the sign just floating in the tank, and everyone, and they say, eventually someone comes up to you and says, "What can we get you for the night?" You just explain that you need some rooms, and they say that it will cost you about, for everyone to have a room for the night, since there's 8 of you, it'll cost you about 5 gold pieces for everyone to spend the night. For all 8 of you, Adam, all 8 of you.
We all look at Corbett.
No, we're looking at Pyotr because you're the man.
He's the dude.
I do.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can't.
Look at
But
Piotr's
the dude never
little...
holds his own money. Corbett
Yeah.
doesn't hold his own money, so Pyotr can't hold his own money.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Nah.
Tian reaches into a gold
Not-
pouch of gold and pulls out 5 gold and deposits it, and this is for room and board and meals, and so like it's covering everything, Adam. Everything that you need. It's all
like a
inclusive
resort.
stay
What about bath?
and a bath.
Bats.
Yes.
Yes. On a
Except for the
bat, so
fact that
bad.
Corvette can't go alone, and he can't go with his bodyguards. I volunteered Drith to go with him.
Yeah, I volunteered.
They're less weird about that stuff than we are.
Or is it that they're more weird about that stuff?
Start taking off all his clothes.
No, Drith, not him.
Ah!
Good to go to the bath. Let's go.
He'll wash those hard to reach places, don't worry.
Okay. All right. So, you all go, sit down for a meal, or you take a bath. You have time to discuss what your plan for the next day is.
Murder.
Yeah.
Pyotr? What?
Pyotr, you wanna?
Um,
They don't.
Oh,
My
yes.
peeps don't know.
Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to get into the library at that place. The name of the school I am forgetting currently.
It's just the school of sorcery. It's not that hard.
Just the school of it doesn't have
All it is.
I'm,
It's a school of sorcery. It's not like
I want
it's
to-
not Hogwarts or BYU. It's just school of
I just-
sorcery. The
Call it
Barrelgrad
whatever
School of
you
Sorcery. That's all it is.
We're gonna go into the
BSS.
school of sorcery
Yes.
Yes.
and sneak in BS. Both squared. And we are going to, with my access, get into the library, and we are going to research what is going on with this miss. Or, well, to a thing. You don't know what's going on. Anyway, we're going to the school. That's what you need to know for now.
Always wanted to.
Yes, Artyom. Thanks. Yes. What? Sorry. Please continue.
Dungeon Master,
Yes.
is there a church?
Yes. There's a very big church next to the
We-
School of Sorcery.
I should probably go to the very big church. And I'll take
I go.
someone with me.
And we shall do this, that, and the
Drith-
other thing before
Drith volunteered,
the...
so you want to take
Okay.
Drith with you?
I'm gonna take drawings of it.
Okay. Are you splitting up, one group going to the library and one group going to the church, or?
I also think
Good.
another group should get our provisions that we need.
Very true.
A
I
bit-
think it's safe enough here that we could do that. Probably.
Yeah, I don't feel like we're gonna get attacked. Splitting the party and
Maybe.
bringing it back together.
Maybe I should go to the church as well, so it's a little bit more even in case something does happen.
Okay, so we
Gotcha.
have Artyom, Drith, and Jelania going to the church. Who's going to get provisions?
Well, I figure we can do that on the way.
That's fine. Cool. And then, so it means...
Hey, Iona, do you mind helping Iona and Tian? Want to go get provisions for us?
Yeah, Iona and... Yeah, you can send the bodyguards to go get
Ah!
provisions. That's fine.
Thank you.
Did you just banish your bodyguards?
I know. Got rid of his babysitters.
They're gonna love that.
So now you're gonna run off with Rayla?
No, I'm going to the library
With
So-
Rayla?
And
with Pyotr.
Pyotr.
And finding a little nook to hide in
No,
with Rayla?
thanks, Artyom.
Editorial section.
You were asleep, weren't you?
Oh no, this is Adam saying these things. I was very much not present for your
Alright,
Oh no, this is a...
Just to clarify, Artyom, Drith, and Jelania, they're going to
The
church. Corvette,
Sure.
Pyotr, and
enough.
Rayla are going to the library. Okay.
She did mention that you two would be able to get in, at least.
Okay.
Who knows? Would I be able to get in with you both?
If you were their guest, they can get you in.
So, if this church is big and fancy, does that mean there's like high-ranking dudes here?
The Patriarch of Barrelgrad is here.
But like, how high-ranking of a dude is he in the church? Hierarchy.
He's right underneath the Archmatriarch, so he's way up there. It's like
Okay, I'm gonna.
you have the Archmatriarch, who's the Pope, and then you have the Patriarchs and Matriarchs, who are the cardinals. So he's like a cardinal, basically,
So
or an
I'm gonna
apostle in the
approach-
church.
I'm gonna approach Corvette, and I'm guessing since he's like super secret. I mean, obviously not super secret, but like, you know, this important ASMR thing, that he's got some form of like symbol that indicates that, you know, he's kind of important.
His eyes.
Because I imagine,
That's literally
Okay,
it.
but
It's
is
his
that like-
eyes.
is there like this registry of ASMR somewhere? Because like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Yeah,
Sounds
they-
Nazi-ish.
I mean, so there's only about 3 or 4 ASMR born in a generation. So it's not like there's dozens and dozens of ASMR. So like the fact that
Got
there's 2 ASMR
Okay.
in one place is really uncommon. Like, so like,
How? Well, so I'm trying to figure out like how I can talk to this cardinal, right? And he's not going to just meet with and talk to little. I mean, I was in the capital, but like I'm in one of probably I'm guessing many parishes in the capital.
I
Which
mean,
is why I'm asking.
well, so if you recall, the bishop of Pelegorod had sent a letter to the patriarch of Barrelgrad. So you could feasibly be like, "Hey, I come with news from the bishop of Pelegorod."
Gotcha. So I have those letters and stuff.
Yeah, you can
We
have.
do, I guess, that I can take. And then
Exactly.
the sun had while I'm remembering, the sun had a holy symbol that I was supposed to take to him. Where was that sun?
He's in Ostrava.
Oh, okay. But I have the bishop's holy symbol,
Yes.
which means he's slightly higher than I am. All right, cool. All right, I have my plan. I was totally going to be like, hey, maybe I'm going to have to take off my blindfold. Aha, but...
All right. Cool. Well, we will leave it off there for the night and pick up next time with splitting up and splitting the party, because that's always a great decision.
It's the best.
It's in a city. There's things to do. I almost went shopping. I kind of want to go shopping still. So
You can.
You can't.
There will be time to go shop, but definitely cool. Well, thank you everybody for coming out. It's been a lot of fun. Great, lots of stuff going on. We'll be back in 2 weeks with more interesting stuff. Keep an eye out. We do have, we might have to modify the schedule slightly because of holidays and stuff like that. So just keep an eye out on the Discord and on the Facebook page for more information about that. Just again, another plug for on Monday. They are going to be Lydia's channel, Stay at Home DM. They're going to be doing a special one shot, I believe, if I remember that correctly from
It's
your channel.
Christmas theme.
Yeah, it's a Christmas theme one shot. So tune in for that. See what they have planned over there, as well as next Wednesday we will also have the Rehash the Rules. So if you have, I already see several people have posted in the Rehash the Rules section with questions. So if you have questions about this session or for any of the players, go ahead and post them there, and we will be sure to cover them on next week's Rehash the Rules. Sorry. Again, I will be resuming my gaming on Friday. I'll be playing more Dead by Daylight, messing around with the new killer Friday and Saturday. So come and watch us there. Maybe we'll have more people and do more Kill Your Friend shenanigans. We'll see, as that's been popular recently. So yeah, thanks for coming, guys. It's been a lot of fun. We love you all. Have a great evening. Bye, team.
See you guys.
Tchauzinho.